Welcome to the Be Good to Your Whole Body podcast series. I'm Chris Jensen. Well, as we continue our focus on heart health and how to best support this vital organ, we'll be exploring the role of healthy fats in the diet, the specific types we should focus on, and the best sources for our body. Dr. Hector Lopez from the Nordic Naturals Advisory Board is with us today. He's a board-certified specialist in physical medicine and rehabilitation, holds a master's degree in nutrition, and is the medical doctor of 3 integrative rehabilitation facilities in New Jersey. Dr. Lopez, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, how are you?
So while most people are saying that hydrogenated fats are detrimental to health, experts are saying that they actually significantly increase the risk of heart disease, much more so than saturated fats. But we also know that there are some fats which are good for us. So which fats are needed for a healthy heart, and how exactly do they support it?
Well, heart health is actually dependent on a balanced intake of essential fatty acids, or EFAs as they're more commonly referred to. These are considered essential as they must be consumed in the diet because the body cannot manufacture them on their own. So these fats are actually involved in a variety of molecular mechanisms that have a direct or even an indirect effect on heart health. And these include turning certain genes on and off, which regulate fat and carbohydrate metabolism, supporting the body's anti-inflammatory response, and even changing the actual characteristics of LDL cholesterol. So hence, heart health is actually ameliorated by healthy, balanced fat consumption.
So incorporating essential fatty acids into our diet sounds like it's critical then, both for our heart and our overall health. So what are the different types of EFAs that we should focus on, and where can we get them?
Well, the 2 EFAs in particular to focus on balancing are actually the omega-6 and the omega-3 fats. The overabundance of omega-6 fats in our diet, particularly in the Western diet, examples of omega-6 fats include the refined vegetable oils, processed foods, and non-pasture fed animal meats. And the widespread relative deficiency of omega-3 intake are contributing factors to many of the chronic health conditions that are facing the U.S. Because sources of omega-6 fats are already so prominent in our daily diet, we really should be focusing on reducing its intake in favor of displacing them with omega-3 fats found in flaxseed oil, cold water fish, walnuts, almonds, various other nuts, and dark leafy greens as an example. Although a variety of plant-based oils, cold water fish, greens, and relatively lean wild animal meats may actually provide a good base of these essential fatty acids, many Americans still fall short, and this is where supplementation really is a great way to cover our bases.
So although flaxseed oil and fish oil are both excellent sources of omega-3s, I've also heard that fish oil has some added benefits. Can you tell me a bit about those benefits, and is there any difference between eating fish versus taking a supplement?
Yeah, that's a good question, Chris. Actually, fish oil contains omega-3 fatty acids of a certain type. These are called DHA and EPA. DHA stands for docosahexaenoic acid, and EPA stands for icosapentaenoic acid. Quite a mouthful. But they are actually immediately available to the body, and this is different from the omega-3s found in flax, which are typically shorter in their carbon chain length, and the body therefore needs to convert them to these end products of DHA, EPA. So when you get them from fish, you're actually getting the immediately available end product fatty acids. And they really promote health across multiple organ systems, everything from cardiovascular health to central nervous system health, as well as metabolic, immune, and joint or even orthopedic health. So even the American Heart Association has recommended over 1,000 milligrams of EPA and DHA daily in patients with a history of heart disease for cardiovascular benefits. Now, that is almost 8 times more than the average American consumes. So supplementation really offers a nice, viable solution to the challenge of really being able to get these amounts on a daily basis.
So it seems like when choosing a fish oil supplement, you'd want to verify its quality and its purity. Are there any specific manufacturing processes or testing protocols to look for to ensure that a product or a company is trustworthy?
Yes, absolutely. For my patients and clients, I really look for high-quality fish oil supplements that have a high degree of purity and concentration. Typically, this is done with what's called molecular distillation, and these manufacturing processes should be third-party tested as well so that we know that the grade and the quality of the fish oil is really at the highest caliber. And typically, this has to be done in what's called a nitrogen blanket, so that it limits the amount of potential for those fatty acids and those lipids, those marine oils, to actually be oxidized. This is a major difference between one brand and another brand.
That's great stuff. Once again, Dr. Lopez, thank you so much for being on the podcast today.
Okay, thanks a lot, Chris. It was a real pleasure being on.
Thank you for listening to the Be Good to Your Whole Body podcast series. For more specific product information, please visit your nearest Whole Foods Market location and speak to one of our trained whole body team members.